There's a short introduction to this one and a note at the end. This was, I've never been to one of those death camps in East Europe. Um, but one day in France, we went to a place called Oradour, and the atmosphere there was what everyone said they had seen and experienced during a death camp. It was quite a large village, and you could hear sounds from outside the village, but in the village, nothing moved. There was no wildlife. It's as if nature itself wanted to just nothing to do with this village. And the one word that runs through this is because everywhere you went in Oradour, there was a notice, souviens-toi, which means remember. So here we go. Oradour. Silence. Not peace, just impressive, oppressive silence. Remember. Round the perimeter you distantly hear birds at play and joyous singing, but in the village, silence. Remember. This was not war. Though the world around was mad with war, this village was at peace. The hand of bondage rested lightly here, and they were isolated. 2 sporting rifles amongst near 700 people, so, although they abhorred their light chains, they were at peace. Remember. Silence. Almost peace. Impressive, repressive silence. Remember. That summer's day, the silence was shattered. Troops surrounded, troops intruded. Every person was rounded up, driven like cattle to the square. Remember. For hours, the troops sifted and gathered, collected and drove and herded the village into the square. Like sheep, they were divided. Women and children were taken away. Remember. Silence. Not peace, but repressive, oppressive silence. Remember. Then the men, separated into 6 unequal groups, taken to their killing pens, shot, mown down, burned whether wounded or dead. Remember. Then the women, children and babies in the church, their time now come, suffocated by smoke, shot when panicked, burned again alive or dead. Remember. 642. Remember that number. 5 survived, 4 men, 1 woman. Notice, no children. The ages of the dead reflect village life. 77 down to 1 week old. Remember. Silence. Not peace, just impressive, oppressive silence. Just shells of houses, song people, song animals, or even birds. Remember. That's all that is left of Oradour sur Glane. Silence. There was a little note which we were given when exiting. The facts of 5 survivors, 4 men and 1 woman, were taken from the official book on sale at Oradour. Some accounts make it 5 men and 1 woman. Also, the word survivors here means the survivors of the actual massacre. There were some people absent from the village, and a very few lucky ones who managed to evade the tightening net. There were also the people who came in on the train towards the end of the day. Those who tried to get into the village were killed and are counted amongst the dead. Those who stayed in the tram were allowed to live.